to go see a very boomery client. Let's call this the before times. In a shocking turn of events, the boomer mentality of, well, this is how it's always been done, just is a shit approach for living on a bluff 80 feet over the ocean. I'm part of a group of experts that have been begging these boomers to manage the water and vegetation around their house to keep their houses from falling into the goddamn ocean. Like, literally. Arborist, geologist. I am a forester with a background in geology and hydrology. There are geotechnical engineers. There are native plant specialists and fucking salmon people. Begging them. I have been in contact with some of these homeowners for like 6 years on and off. And they will not change their shit to save their own houses. There are 3 very basic things that we've been begging them to do that would give them decades more in a house. The people are 30 feet from a 80 to 120 foot drop on this cliffside. And they won't do it. 1, run water all the way to the bottom of the cliff. They have drains and stuff like that. They just put them in a black tube, throw them over the side, and it just eats it away. 2, plant vegetation at the top. Plant some ferns. It's save your house. Plant a fern. And 3, stop topping every single goddamn tree, Nancy. I don't give a shit about your view. Leave 20% even. No, just fucking clear cut it. What do they think is holding the dirt? All of a sudden, everybody's really interested. So interested that I had a meeting with 1 person today, and I show up and there's 3 others there. Good times. Guess why they're interested? Because Nancy is no longer 30 feet from the bluff. She's 15. Because the hillside went away. Well, if it isn't the consequences of our own actions. I spent years explaining why you don't top trees to these people. Because it creates too much force on the roots, and that's when trees come off the bluff. A tree evolved to come up straight. It's advantageous for it to keep its butt in the ground. Then you cut off its top, and a bunch of new ones grow up, and now you have more surface area, more leaves, and you've created a sail. To remove some strain off the roots that are the only thing keeping everything you own out of the ocean, we can go in and remove some of those water-spouted branches and give the tree a more natural shape, so the roots are only holding what they evolved to hold. I am standing halfway up this bluff on the settled remains of a massive landslide looking at these other trees, and I tell this woman, thankfully, not all of the top trees are going to need to be reduced. And you know what she said to me? She said, those trees have never been topped. What? You're gonna look at me and tell me I'm wrong? Have you been sleep trimming? Beavers climbing and making level cuts now? Even after I was able to convince her that the trees were indeed topped, she was adamant that the willows at the top of the bluff needed to be topped still. Like it was a new subject. They're all convinced that their feelings are more valid than science, and they are willing to risk everything they own and an ecosystem just so they can have a view that's made less interesting without trees.